Have you ever wanted to be the cool parent? The one all your kids' friends love? Nicole did. She lived in a beautiful suburban home, the kind you see in movies, and she wanted nothing more than for her daughter Maya to have the perfect high school experience. That meant hosting the after-prom party, the party to end all parties. But Maya had one request, one that would change everything. Mom, you have to let us have drinks. Everyone else does. If you don't, I'll be a total outcast. Nicole, wanting to be Maya's hero, caved. After all, what was the harm? They'd all be under her roof, safe and sound. Right. With the party plans set, Nicole sent out a text to a few other parents, a casual, seemingly innocent message. Hey, just a heads up, the kids might have a few drinks at the party tonight. I'll be here, but I'll be looking the other way. They're good kids. She thought this was a sign of trust, a modern approach to parenting. She was being understanding, not overbearing. She was being the cool mom. The music started, the house filled with teenagers in their formal wear, and the energy was electric. Nicole felt a surge of pride. This was it. This was the perfect night she had envisioned for Maya. As the night wore on, the party got louder, wilder. The carefully curated playlist was replaced by booming bass, and the laughter became a little more frantic. Nicole noticed one of Maya's friends, a boy named Tyler, stumbling near the kitchen. He was clearly intoxicated, slurring his words and swaying on his feet. Nicole's first instinct, her parental instinct, screamed at her to intervene. But then another thought took over. She didn't want to embarrass him, or Maya. She didn't want to be the mom who ruins the fun. So, she came up with what she thought was a brilliant compromise. She approached a group of kids, announced she was collecting car keys for safety, and took Tyler's from him. She felt like a hero. She had prevented a disaster. She was managing the situation, keeping everyone safe while still letting them have their fun. She was acing this cool mom thing. Later, as the party started to wind down, Nicole was in the living room, basking in the success of the night. Her phone buzzed. It was a notification from her doorbell camera. She glanced at the screen and saw Tyler, fumbling with the front gate. He was leaving. She saw him look back towards the house, almost as if he was making sure no one was watching. Her heart skipped a beat. She knew he had been drinking heavily. She knew his keys were in a bowl on her counter. But then she saw him pull a spare key from his wallet. A spare he must have hidden. A wave of exhaustion washed over her. The party had been long. She'd done her part, right? She took his main set of keys. She couldn't be expected to frisk every kid for a spare. He was a big kid, almost an adult. He could make his own decisions. So she put her phone down. She didn't call out. She didn't run to the door. She let him go. She chose to look the other way, just one more time. The next morning, the sunlight streamed into the messy living room, illuminating the debris of the party. It felt different now. The silence was heavy. Then, the doorbell rang. Not the cheerful chime of a delivery, but a hard, insistent press. It was the police. They were there to inform her that Tyler had crashed his car a few miles from her home. He wasn't alone. 2 of his friends were with him. The crash was devastating. The doorbell footage, the text messages to the other parents, the testimonies from the kids at the party, it all pointed back to her, to the cool mom. Nicole found herself facing a legal nightmare, social host liability. She was being held criminally responsible for what happened after Tyler left her home. Her attempt to be a friend, to be liked, had led to a tragedy she could never undo. The perfect house, the perfect party, the perfect life, it was all an illusion, shattered in an instant. Nicole's story is a chilling reminder of a parent's true role. It's not to be a friend, a buddy, or the cool one. It's to be a guardian, a protector. When Nicole chose to look the other way, she abdicated that responsibility. She thought collecting keys was enough, but that was just a performance of safety. True safety would have been saying no from the very beginning. True protection would have been stopping Tyler from walking out that door. No matter how awkward or unpopular it made her in that moment, her desire for her daughter's social acceptance, and maybe her own, overshadowed her judgment. She gambled with the lives of children to win a popularity contest, and everyone lost. It forces us to ask ourselves a difficult question. In a world that pressures parents to be lenient and kids to grow up too fast, where do we draw the line? Is being seen as cool for one night worth a lifetime of regret? Is your child's temporary happiness more important than their permanent safety? Nicole wanted to be a hero for her daughter, but in the end, her actions created a tragedy. It's a stark lesson that the most loving thing a parent can do is not to look the other way, but to look directly at the danger and say, "Not on my watch," because some lines should never be crossed. Thank you for watching. If you found this story impactful, please like, share, and subscribe for more content that makes you think. Stay safe.